else. Hi, it's Brett, and we're here to read the third section of the Jack and the Beanstalk story. Wow. In the last section, Jack climbed up this giant beanstalk, and he found a land that was totally different than the one that he was from. But he met a magical fairy who told him about his father and the life that his father had a long time ago, and said he should go get his things his father owned from the big giant who lived in the castle. So let's find out what Jack does next. This chapter is called A Giant and His Wife. The fairy went on her way, and Jack, after thinking things over, concluded to have a look at the giant's castle. He walked along the path and found the castle in a valley beyond the hill. On the doorstep sat a giant woman. Night was at hand, and Jack went to the giantess and said very politely, "Good evening, ma'am. Would you be so kind as to give me some supper?"
"Is it supper you want?"
the big woman said.
"It's supper you'll be if you don't move away from here. My husband is a giant, and he likes to eat little boys."
"But I am very hungry," Jack said, "and I've no food at all this day since early morning."
Well, then I don't wonder that you are hungry,"
the giantess responded.
"Come along to the kitchen, and I'll see what I can find for you."
She took him into the kitchen and gave him a piece of cheese and a bowl of bread and milk. He had not quite finished eating when tramp, 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 he heard the steps of someone coming, and the whole castle trembled with the heavy footfalls.
"Gracious me!"
the giant's wife exclaimed.
"That's my husband. Be quick, lad, and jump into the oven, or he'll catch you."
She bundled Jack into the oven just as the giant came. The big fellow looked around the room and sniffed the air.
"Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell fresh meat,"
he said.
"Yes,"
his wife responded.
"Today the crows brought a piece of raw flesh to the top of the house and dropped it on the roof." "Ha!"
the giant growled.
"I thought it was something nearer and fresher than that."
But he sat down at the table, and Jack watched him through a crevice of the oven door, amazed to see what a quantity of food he ate. After he finished supper, the giant's wife cleared away the dishes and went off to bed.
"Oh, I am getting a bit sleepy myself,"
the giant said.
"But I must have a look at my money."
Then he opened a big chest and took out several bags of coins. And he returned to the table. He sat down, emptied a bag, and began to count the coins. But before he finished, he nodded off into a nap and was soon snoring with a noise like thunder. Jack then climbed out of the oven, and by getting on a chair beside the table, he reached one of the bags of gold. With that in his hands, he ran as fast as he could to the beanstalk. Wow, what an exciting story. I wonder what happens to Jack next. Does the giant wake up? Does he make it to the beanstalk? Will he get home with the big bags of money? Let's find out in the next video. Well, this was a lot of fun, and I'll see you in the next video.